I still think that song is so whack. But we back, man. Well, not we, just me this time. No co-host. It's early in LA. I can't be mad at him, but he'll be up soon. These games about to come on. I actually don't know if he sleeps, so don't take my word for that. Love you, LA. Uh, anyway, um, yeah, man, it's your boy Judah Shooter coming to y'all for the first time by myself. I actually think it's not the first time by myself. I think I did the draft by myself for a few hours. So for all the real ones that tapped in, I appreciate y'all. I see we got a few people in here right now, so I appreciate y'all. Um, yeah, man, and we gonna get straight to it. I ain't trying to be here long. I know y'all ain't trying to be here long. Y'all getting prepared for the games and whatnot. Um, so Thursday night, man, Eagles versus Cowboys. I was watching this one closely until I fell asleep because of that damn rain delay. But I was watching this one real close. Division rivals, obviously. Um, it was a good game. I think it was very telling for both sides. I don't know. I don't like making too hardcore predictions after one game, but I hear a lot about Dallas is just better than what we thought. Dallas is going to be better than what we thought, and I'm not a believer in that yet. You're going to have to put it together more than just one game for me, because the one thing I did not hear is that Philly is just a little worse. I didn't hear that, which is pretty normal for a team that wins the Super Bowl the year before. So people been giving Dallas a lot of praise, and to me, it's like, well, maybe Philly just got worse. Maybe they're just closer to the same playing field now. Um, but that is what it is. Some positives on Dallas, because I ain't gonna be no hater. Dak played well. Dak played really well. That offense should be pretty potent. As y'all know, if y'all watched the whole game, I think I can't really say for sure, but I think they would have won that game, or at least it probably would have went to overtime. Excuse me, had that offense not had a few hiccups. CD dropping three passes, hiccups, haha. CD dropping three passes. Miles Sanders first getting caught by a linebacker. Zach Brown, I know he's fast, but goddamn. And then fumbling shortly after. So without those few hiccups on offense, I think that game could have been even better than it was. Kenny Clark did make some plays. He definitely helped the run defense in the middle. I think you can still run the ball on the outsides, and they lacked so much pass rush. And against a guy like uh, Jalen Hurts, if you the Cowboys, you just gotta, the way he was running on y'all gotta feel the impact of Micah being gone. I don't really think he would have did too much for y'all in the run game if that's what y'all gonna stand on. But I think as far as Jalen Hurts running, Jalen Hurts is not getting as many yards running the ball if Michael Parsons out there, because he's the only type of athlete that y'all would have had on defense that could have kept up with him. So I think that is what that is for Dallas. I think they look good week one. The Giants playing week two, so I get an even closer look, and I would not fall asleep on that game. I promise that. The Eagles, ah, the I'm not impressed. I've never been impressed by Jalen Hurts. I can't say never. He actually does play well in Super Bowls. Like, he plays like the quarterback we want to watch play football in the Super Bowl. But these regular season games are what they are. He is who he is. He doesn't care about the numbers. He doesn't care about what people say about him. So I'm not gonna waste my breath on it. 152 yards. That's what he had passing. He had 60 plus, I believe, rushing, 2 rushing touchdowns. You know, all I'll say is certain quarterbacks back in the day, if this is what they was doing, they try to hang them from across. That's all I'm saying about dudes that use their feet more than they use their arm that play quarterback. Anyway, but the offense is what it was. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. That offense looks questionable, but it always looks questionable to start the year. So I ain't gonna put too much stock into that. And then that defense just looks bad. Just flat out, that defense just looks really bad. If I'm just keeping it a buck. So yeah, it was a good one though. Philly pulled it out 24-21. Can't be mad at it. That was a pretty good Thursday night season opener. Minus the rain delay. The rain delay kicks some ass. I ain't gonna lie. I was up until about they start stretching and warming up, and I fell right asleep. So anyway, moving on. Chiefs Chargers. Chiefs Chargers was Friday night. I believe they played in Brazil or something like that. Don't quote me. They did not play in this country. I'll tell you that much. Um, this was a good one. This was a really good one. It looked like it had the makings of a blowout, but the Chiefs don't get blown out if you ever just sit back and watch. They don't. Well, besides the Super Bowl, they really don't get blown out, and they really don't blow people out. Their games are just always pretty much close. But it had the makings of a blowout early. I guess Quentin Johnston knows how to catch now. He had two tuds. He had two tutties against the Chiefs. Justin Herbert went stupid. 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns. And I think, and they got Spags as defensive coordinator. I know they lost a few pieces, but they also kept pretty much the same defense. So to do that against the Chiefs defense, and it's a division game, I think that's huge. That's a huge win for the Chargers. I think that's a huge win for their morale. I think it just does something for your confidence when it's like, okay, these guys have been beating us across the head for however many years. Now they can't. Even if they can, we don't feel like they can. So now they can't. You know what I mean? I just think it was a really good game. 27-21 ended up being the score. I have not much to say about these Chargers. These Chargers played the way I ain't gonna say they played the way I thought they was gonna play. They played the way I know they're capable of playing, especially with a good head coach that knows what he's doing, like Harbaugh over there. I'd say this is probably one of the first times I've seen Herbert be able to throw the ball this many times since Harbaugh's been there, like in a regular season game. So maybe he's switching it up a little bit. He usually a run pass guy, but maybe because he only had Amari on Hampton, who's a rookie. You had Najee in the limited role. He just got back from that eye thing he had. I think it was a fireworks incident, but he just got back, so he was a little limited, and you only got Amari on Hampton. I would expect them to run the ball a lot more as the season goes on, but I think that was pretty good. I think that's huge for the Chargers, actually. I think it's more than pretty good. The Chiefs, they started slow. It got ugly. Xavier Worthy got hurt. Did a terrible thing to my fantasy team when he did that. But he got hurt. I know you down a weapon, and I know the Chargers defense is supposed to be pretty good. I ain't gonna say pretty good. They're decent. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. To be honest, that they didn't look like they could block for real. Looked like Mahomes was running a lot for his life. Looked like he gonna have to put this one on his back. Not just this game, but put this team on his back, at least offensively. Like I don't see the weapons. They still trying to get by without getting a real number one receiver. So we'll see how that works out for him. Travis is still a little old. He ain't getting no younger. And I mean, Pat gonna do what he gonna do, but that offensive line has major shakeups. They traded their All Pro left guard last year to the Bears. Josh Simmons is a rookie at tackle. I mean, it was cool. I mean, they made it close. They brought it to 2. They could have tied the game. They did tie the game at 13. They brought it to 2 when it was 20-18. They didn't get the 2-point conversion. This is how we got here. I don't know, man. I think what LA was saying, the Chiefs just ain't gonna be that great, at least not in this division. That's what he was saying the whole time he was on here. Last time he was on here, I think, was Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what he was saying the whole time, is that he believes that the Chiefs are not just going to be the class of the, what is that, AFC West? So they're not just going to be the class of that. Like, they're going to have some actual competition, and that included the Chargers. And he would know the Raiders in that division, that's his squad. So I should have just took his word for it. But after seeing last night, again, I don't like putting too much stock into week one. Some games are more important than others, and some teams are we just know they're going to be better than this. Like, I don't think this changes the Chiefs' season, whatever it was going to be. Like, I don't think it changes nothing. I just think I've never seen them come out like this to start a year, all slow, sluggish. And I don't know if Xavier Worthy was a huge part of the game plan, and once he went down, it was just like adjustment, and we can't figure it out. But, you know, can't wait to hear Nick Wright talk about it. He'll give me all the explanations I need. So, moving on, people. Then we're gonna get up out of here. Short one for y'all. You know, this week one slate. We already talked about this Thursday night game right here. Philly obviously knocked off Dallas 24-21. Then Friday night, we just got through talking about that. The Chargers knocked off the Chiefs 27-21. Now we move on into today and Monday. Today is what we've all been waiting on. It is football Sunday. I'm doing this because I miss y'all, and I'm doing this because we about to get back on it. I'm about to be here. Y'all about to see my face all the time again. But I'm also doing this to kill a little time. Like, I didn't sleep nearly as long as I wanted to sleep. You know how you, like, on Christmas, you go to sleep early so that you could wake up and open shit. Like, at least my house didn't work like that. We had to all open presents at a certain time. It wouldn't wake up and go open shit anyway. But you know how most of y'all feel like that? So y'all go to sleep early and then y'all wake up and it's like, oh yeah, present time. My shit was like, oh, I went to sleep earlier than I wanted to. Woke up earlier than I wanted to. And I was like, I got to sit here and wait on these presents. So might as well get y'all some great content while we doing that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's move on. Bucks, Falcons. I'm gonna take the Bucks. Sorry, JC. I do live in Atlanta, but sorry, my Falcons fans. I'm gonna take the Bucks. They definitely, they are the class of this division, in my opinion. NFC South belongs to the Bucks. I don't think they're gonna come out here slow. I think I'm gonna like what Atlanta's offense puts out on the field. I believe in Michael Penix, but I just think the Bucks offense is gonna be too much. The Falcons defense got too many new pieces, 2 rookie DNs. Like, it's too much, I think. The Bucks did lose Liam Cohen, but I'll still take him for right now. Now, if we talking about the second matchup, Bucks Falcons, depending on how the seasons is going, I'm probably picking Falcons just because that's how this division works a little bit. But I'll take the Bucks today for sure. Bengals Browns. I'm taking the Bengals. The Bengals always start slow. They 1-11 since Zach Taylor's been there in their first 2 games. So that doesn't really bode well for my pick, if I'm being honest. But Cleveland's just a bad football team, just in general. So I'm just going to take Cincinnati off the strength. I know they lost to New England last year, who was a bad football team at the beginning of the year in week 1. I don't see the same thing happening. The starters for the starters for Cincinnati finally played some preseason games. Maybe that gets them warm. Maybe that gets them ready to go. And they ain't got to, like, warm up. This ain't their first time hitting somebody. This ain't their first time getting tackled. Like, they actually ready to play some football. So I'm going to take Cincinnati in that one. I'm continuing my streak on this left column. I'm going to go Miami over the Colts. The Indianapolis Colts have Daniel Jones as their quarterback. Yes, moment of silence. I don't really need to say nothing else. He played for my organization for 6 years. And right, I don't even want to talk about it. It's going to bring up bad memories. Anyway, so I'm taking Tua, the Dolphins, all of their interchangeable pieces, all their shit going on. They got drama too over there. It just don't get talked about as much because teams like Dallas always have drama and shit like that. But I'm going to take the Dolphins turmoil over any team that Daniel Jones is starting at quarterback for. Jags, Panthers. I think this one is going to be a lot more exciting than people give it credit for. Might have some lulls because these offenses get a little slow, a little stagnant sometimes, but I still believe Trevor Lawrence has talent, and Bryce Young too, for that matter. Like, I think they both have extreme talent, if I'm being honest. Like, they both can make plays. They both can do everything at the quarterback position. I think Trevor Lawrence's decision making at this level has been suspect. But as far as talent goes, I think he has it, and I think maybe Liam Cohen, who helped Baker's career, can help Trevor's career. That's always the hope. That's why Dave Canales is also in Carolina, because I think he was also in Tampa prior to. But yeah, I also think Bryce has the talent. I think they got some nice young wide receivers over there in Carolina. I'm excited to see what Travis do. I heard he's going to play full-time offense for the Jags. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth, people. I heard Travis is going to play full-time wide receiver for the Jags and then partial corner in certain packages. So we're going to see a lot of Travis on offense. Hopefully they get him to rock. Hopefully he could be just as special as he was in college. I think people think him playing both ways is going to hinder him, and it might. But, I mean, I think he's earned the right to try. So we'll see. Moving on, Raiders, Patriots. I think this is going to be another good game. Two teams that made significant changes during the offseason. The Raiders obviously adding Geno Smith, Ashton Genty, Pete Carroll, and more. And then the Raiders, and then the Patriots adding Stephon Diggs. What's his name? Mike Vrabel at coach. Just adding plenty of weapons for Drake May to go out there and try to succeed. I think they brought Josh McDaniels back. So this should be a very interesting game. I want y'all to know, like, some of these bottom feeders from last year, including my team, are going to be a lot better. Like, I think a lot of their seasons were one-off, like, because a lot of teams were really, really bad last year. So I think a lot of that was one-offs. So I think this game is going to be highly entertaining. I'm going to take the Raiders. Shout out LA. I'm going to take the Raiders on this one. I don't really got no reason, man. This one kind of a toss-up. I'm just pick the Raiders. I'm going to just say I believe in Geno more than I believe in first game, year 2 Drake May. And I think I just go with that way. Moving on, Cardinals Saints. This game should be absolutely awful. The Cardinals ain't that bad. I think a lot of people actually think they're going to be really good this year. The Saints are just that bad. Sorry, TJ. Yeah, I'm picking the Cardinals. I don't even want to talk about the Saints. There's nothing to talk about unless I was about to say unless Tyler is going to show me something. Haha, you get it? No, maybe you don't. Anyway, yeah, but he's not playing. Spencer Rattler is, so I'll take Arizona in that one for shit short. Jets, Steelers. A-Rod gets his revenge, or does Justin Fields get his revenge on Pittsburgh? Which one is which? This should be highly entertaining as well. Maybe not highly entertaining. I think these offenses are going to be some shit. So I take that back. I think these offenses are going to be some shit, at least for like the first quarter and some change. These offenses are going to be bad. They probably won't score. Like, we probably see 3-3 going into 2-minute warning in the second. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the second quarter, like, we probably, at best, we get 10-7, 10-3 at halftime. Like, I don't think they're going to put a lot of points up in this game. So I just think the Steelers, because I think the Jets offense is worse than the Steelers offense, even though I think they're both dog shit. I think that Steelers offense is going to be a lot better than that Jets offense, and both defenses are pretty good. So, you know, I'm going to take the Steelers on that one. A-Rod gets his last laugh, I guess. Game of the day for me. Y'all know how y'all see that. Game of the day for me. I'm taking the Giants, of course. It was a little situation. All 53 men made the trip, and I say that because my best player on defense, Dexter Lawrence, his wife is having a baby any day soon, and we didn't know if he was going to actually show up to the game. So, Miss Lawrence, hopefully you had that baby. Just hopefully it's at 6 o'clock today. Get that baby up out of you. Just wait until the game is over. But I'm taking the Giants. It's not going to be easy. Nowhere near. I think the Washington defense can be had. I think Daniel Jones was even having them last year. Like, he was having pretty good games against them. And Russ, as a Steeler, had his best game of the year against Washington. So put them two things together, we might know some. I know it's a different year. Things change, schemes change a little bit, things of that nature. And Jaden Daniels is still on that other side, but I think we get it. I made my prediction today on Twitter. 40-yard walk-off field goal, Giants win 24-21. So I don't think it's going to be easy. I'm not sure if that's going to be the score, but I take it. You feel me? I definitely got the Giants over Washington, at least for game 1. Game 2, when we play them next time, I will talk about that. But this week, I just think we are also the Giants. We are also one of those teams that were not good last year, obviously, but took the steps to be good, if I'm just being honest. We had a hell of an offseason. Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, if he ever plays, Brian Burns back, Dex back healthy, got Javon Holland, got Paulson Adebo at corner. We made a lot of improvements to that defense. Offensive line is back, changed the entire quarterback room. I just think they one of them teams like Raiders, Patriots, Jags, where games are going to be competitive that you thought was going to be a cakewalk. And that's just that. Moving on, though. I don't even want to talk about Washington. Kind of know what they are. They are Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury on offense. They're gonna go for it, 4 downs, and you just gotta be kind of come ready to play some defense. So I'd say for Giants game plan, you need to stop them early, first, second down, earn your ability to rush the passer in these long third downs. Titans, Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos. It's really nothing to talk about here. That Broncos defense is going to be legit. It was legit last year. It's going to be even better in my opinion. Adding Jade Barron at CB2. Um, I say a lot. I'm trying to work on that, guys. But I think the Broncos get this one pretty easy. Bo Nix. I'm still not 100% sold. He had a great year last year, but I think where he was at last year is pretty much his ceiling. I don't really think he gets no better. And to beat the Titans, he don't have to get no better. Cam Ward might be decent. He might be all right. I think he'd be a lot better in a different situation. They don't have no receivers over there. I don't know what they block like. And yeah, I'm just not trusting that situation. So we'll see. Hopefully he has a good outing. I like Cam Ward a lot, so hopefully he has a good one. This one should be a good one. All these 4 o'clock games look good after this damn Broncos game. So 4:05, we got San Francisco and Seattle. I'm not high on San Francisco this year, not at all. Sorry, D Book. I'm not high on that at all. But I don't know if I could trust Seattle. I don't know if I could trust Sam Darnold. So I'll take San Francisco for today. This should be a good one. I think they actually really even, not just because they're in the same division. I think they're actually really even. So this should be a very good one, but I'm gonna take San Francisco. I just don't know if I trust Sam Darnold yet. I got to see him in a different scenario. He was in a great scenario last year, and you played great, damn near. I need to know what you're gonna play like when you back outdoors. You're in Seattle, different coach. Mike McDonald's is a coach. It's not an offensive friendly head coach. You don't have as many weapons. Offensive line not as good. I just want to see. I need to see it. Was last year an anomaly, or you know what I'm saying? Is this really you? Are you like this now? So I'm gonna take San Francisco over there, just more definites rather than question marks. Moving on to Green Bay and Detroit. This probably game of the week for the 4 o'clock window. Um, this is gonna be rough. Is Micah playing? I don't know if anybody knows if Micah is playing because I damn sure don't. But if he is, I still might take Detroit. I don't know, man. It's like Detroit is gonna run that football, and it just depends on how big of an impact Kenny Clark not being there is gonna have. Because Detroit is definitely gonna run that football with Sonic and Knuckles, Jameer Gibbs, and David Montgomery definitely gonna run that football. Especially, I think they gonna might lean a little heavier on the run, considering they lost their offensive coordinator and they lost their defensive coordinator. So just ball control. I think he might try to run the ball a lot. Um, I don't know. I think that's the only thing that they lost. I think they getting Aiden Hutchinson back. That defense, I really, really, really like that defense, especially with Aiden Hutchinson actually healthy and on the field. They said he reckoned shot. He looked better than he did. Um, yeah, man, I'm giving props, but I don't know which way this gonna go. I've been trying to decide the whole time. Green Bay. I don't know how good Matthew Golden's gonna be. I didn't picture him as a wide receiver one, but maybe he is. So that'll give them the wide receiver one they've been looking for, and then all the number twos they got because they got plenty of number twos and number threes. They have no number ones in Green Bay. So I'll say if he is really one of them ones, Green Bay's offense is going to be legit. Like Tucker Craft, Jordan Love, Jaden Wicks, Matthew Golden, Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson. I think these is all guys that can produce, and we've all seen them produce and make plays. So it's not nothing new. I just believe if Matthew Golden is number one, Green Bay really got something. They really, really got something because that defense is already legit, and you added a defensive player of the year candidate. He's still a top 5 defensive end, top 3 in his position. Like you can't take that away from him. No matter how bad he is at defending the run, you can't take his talent and his abilities away. So I think Adding Micah to Green. This is fucking tough. Oh man, I'm gonna just take Detroit just off the muscle, but this is fucking tough. This is rough. That's gonna be a good one. I got to tap in for that. Titans. Ooh, I said Titans. Excuse me. Texans. Rams. Texans. Rams. Just another good one in my opinion. I'm taking the Rams though. The Rams are actually a little more healthy. I don't think Tank Dell is back. So you just got Nico Collins and then the young wide receivers. So you got Jaden Higgins and like who else? I'm probably missing somebody. But you got Schultz over the middle. You don't got no Joe Mixon. You got Nick Chubb, who we gonna see how he came back off that ACL. Like the offensive line is still in question, and the Rams defensive line is legit. So I'm gonna take the Rams in this one. I think uh, the Texans defense can make it a little rough on the Rams. I do like their defense a lot, but I just think it's too many positives over there. Matt gonna play. Matthew Stafford's back is healthy. Um, what's his name? Kyron Williams back there. You got Devontae Adams. You got Puka Nacua. I just I just think it started to get a little too much for the Texans. Sunday night football. Are you ready for some football? Ravens, Bills. This should be a great game. This should be an absolutely outstanding game. I'm going to take the Ravens. I like Josh Allen. I've learned to respect Josh Allen. Learned to like his game a little bit. Um, I just think I think they should have beat him last year in the playoffs. Unforeseen circumstances happen. Mark Andrews don't drop passes. Him dropping that pass is crazy. But we never know what would have happened. I'll give y'all that. We never know what would have happened. It would have just tied the game. But still, I think they should have beat him last year in the playoffs. So I'm gonna take them again today. Tonight. I'm gonna take the Ravens for sure. Buffalo. Buffalo always. Ever since they got Josh Allen, they always gonna have a shot in every game they play in. So him, McDermott, I like the way they operate. I can't be mad at nobody that picked Buffalo. Maybe Keon Coleman ascends. Shakir got paid this offseason, so maybe he liked that. Josh Allen as well. Josh Allen got married. It could be a lot of things. Did y'all know that his wife was the lady from Sinners, the light skinned lady that was being all freaky with Michael B. Jordan in the back before she bit him up? If y'all ain't never seen the movie, I'm sorry. But yeah, I didn't know that was his wife. That is insane to me. I found that out the other day and it was like, pew. It's like, nigga, what? Learn something new every day. Anyway, maybe she turned that nigga into a vampire. He unstoppable. Who knows? But I'm taking Lamar, Derrick Henry, Harbaugh, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins. I'm taking them. I'm taking them right. You know what I'm saying? Word to TJ. Word to other TJ. Then Monday night we got Bears and Vikings. This should be another interesting game. Only reason I say is I would pick Minnesota if all things were even. All things were even, I would pick Minnesota. I think they got the head coaching. They got the ups in head coaching. They got the upset receiver. They got the upset tight end. They got the upset offensive line. Like, that's why I would pick. And then they got Brian Flores defense. That's why I would pick Minnesota. And I think I just convinced myself to pick them again. The only problem I'm having with picking Minnesota is they don't have all their receivers. So Justin Jefferson is probably the only starting receiver you're going to see play. That's why that trade for Adam Thielen was so important. So you're going to see him and Adam Thielen. They got J.J. McCarthy, though. J.J. McCarthy's never played a real football game, but people tend to like him. So we shall see how that one works out. But yeah, I actually lasted in here a lot longer than I thought. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me. Shout out to y'all for sticking around. A few people that's in here, I appreciate y'all for real. That's all I really got, man. That's all I got for y'all. Hopefully that was enough. Good little 30 minutes in. 30 minutes of power. No hour of power. 30 minutes of power. Yeah, man. So we'll be back maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, or I'll be back if not nobody else, I'll definitely be on here to recap these games, see how right or how wrong I was, and y'all can tell me how right or how wrong I was, because y'all gonna do this. Y'all gonna like, y'all gonna comment, y'all gonna subscribe. Y'all gonna subscribe first so that you always see this. Then you're gonna hit the little bell so that even if you don't see it, you get a notification to your phone that says I'm live. That's the first two things you're gonna do. Then you're gonna like this video, and then this video is probably gonna prompt you to watch a whole bunch more of them. So then you're gonna go like them too. And then you're gonna comment, because I be saying shit, LA be saying shit, JC be saying shit. I be having plenty of people on here that all be saying what you might think is crazy shit. Because sometimes I think it's crazy, even if it came out my mouth. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna like, comment, subscribe. Keep being on the lookout for them shorts, because I see y'all like the shorts I've been posting. Hey man, we here. We back. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all.